I try to do that. The way it just doesn't work. You love that for me. But I'm excited to start this game. Um, do I know what it's about? I guess kind of, but I have not. I think I've seen like 5 seconds of it in my life, so I really don't know what's gonna happen. So we're gonna find out. Oh, oh, oh! I can look around. Exactly. Hey, Percy, how are you? Oh, not this litter. Y'all ain't gonna pick this up. Y'all on a ship and you ain't gonna pick this up. Okay. Oh, the Finches. Okay, well, we're starting off great. Let's look at all these white names. Lewis, Milton, Edith. Okay. Oh, okay. The root is Odin. All right. I want to read top to bottom, but that is not the case. So we have Odin and Edie. Now Walter, Sam, Calvin, Barbara, and Molly. Then Sam was with Kay to make Gus, Gregory, and Dawn. And then Dawn was with Sanjay to make Milton, Lewis, and Edith. Okay. 2003, 2010. Milton was 12 years old. 22. Damn, they really didn't. None of these bitches lasted long. Wait. Gregory was a year. What? Girl, what happened? Not Edith. Well, that's good to hear. They really didn't clean up this boat at all. Wait. Okay. Am I just supposed to wait for this to go? I...
A lot of this isn't
Oh.
going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
It's R1 being the interact button.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
You ain't gonna mention the newspapers just shoved in there, girl?
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
I mean, I'm glad you can keep looking at how old they are, I guess. What year is it supposed to be? Because Dawn would have been the one that lived the longest to 2016. Not a firecracker. Oh, yeah, I'll just walk into it.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back. The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Not Mr. E. Mr. E just makes me think of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Oh, look at this, these flowers.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Okay, well, she was born my same year, so that means this is 2016, so this is when the mother died. Like, right when the mother died, I guess. It was the best incarnation of Scooby-Doo. I will never fight anybody about that. Like, it's tea, because it's the only one with, like, a continuous story, and I really loved it.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Uh-oh.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
You not gonna pick up this missing thing? Girl, this is a straight up freaking missing, like, poster on your doorstep, and you're not gonna say anything about it? Twin Peaks crossover and like 6 series long story arcs, really. It was so good. Oh, I was hoping I could jump down. Milton Finch? Yeah, because he was 11 years old. Okay. But y'all ain't gonna talk about y'all losing your son? Did I like miss a poster that I was supposed to look at? This is supposed to be like the first one I see. Did I miss it? I guess not. Why can't I zoom? I mean, I guess that makes sense. I can read. Yeah, I don't feel like reading it. Okay. That's a missing poster. Wait. Girl, can you run though? Is that a thing you can do? Oh. Okay, triangle opens that up, but start does too. God, there's a menu under my camera. Well, time to move my camera real quick. I hate it here. Lower right. There we go. Hey Wanda. How are you? It was free for PlayStation Plus, if that's where you got it. Or where you might have gotten it. It seems really interesting. Like I read the little synopsis that was on like how long to beat, so I was like maybe, but I really had to move the camera. Ooh. Okay, so it's like options, credits, new game. Why do I need a? I mean, I guess. Okay, well, let's turn this brightness up. Okay, I guess that's all I need to do.
Something moving around in the garage.
Um, excuse me, ma'am.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
I mean, hey, you were still able to fit through it, girl.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Canary, girl. What kind of?
But
Hello?
instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Okay. The Holiday Feast, Witch's Kitchen, A Viking's Belly. Oh, wow. Tasting Thailand. Oh, these are all just like food books. The Nordic Cookbook. Weird recipes. Flour, salt, water, yeast. Raw fowl. The Northeast Chef. Okay. The Pacific Pantry. And fish and shellfish. That was so hard for me to read. Not hunting a finch.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Cannery. Okay. Is that like I know that's like a thing, but like the way I just feel like I've never heard of like a cannery. The way I did think it was like a canary, and I was like, is canary like also a fish and not a bird? But it was a cannery. Come on, apple pie. Oh wait, is that gonna say like tartan, like the one that Mary Berry makes or whatever?
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house. So we had Chinese a lot.
Yes, come on, Chinese food, Imperial Palace. You know, I wish I had Chinese food. I'm not gonna go on that tangent though. Not those booty injections. The pleasures of Japanese cooking, cosmic cuisine, the book of mushrooms. There's another flour, salt, water, and yeast book. Flavors of India. Okay. She's not gonna bring up the fact that she heard a noise in the kitchen, girl. Girl, they really had salmon for
Nothing in the
days.
house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
Okay, can you please tell me a good place to put this camera game? Or my camera game? Like, you haven't text in the bottom right now. If I move it to the bottom left, I'm going to fight if it puts things there. Advance. Like, who does this with books? Like, how are you gonna get them down?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
No ma'am. The way I thought that was a bomb. Is that just like a lantern? Like, what?
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Oh. Am I going up the stairs now? Or no? Offering the valuable service of making up false answers. You know, we love to see that. What an interesting table. How quirky.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Let's not say that. I'm not Edith. That's the grandmother. Oh, girly. I guess I go upstairs. That's what I'm saying. Like, why are you gonna store books like spine inside and like look at how many books are spine inside. Like, what is that? And like how are you even gonna get them down without like a whole freaking library falling on you?
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
So you're telling me like this entire family lived in this house and they had bedrooms from the people that used to live there, but like they didn't. Huh? I mean, I guess preservation or whatever, but it's kind of weird. Literally. Oh. But this
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
This is cute. Wait, this is really iconic. Oh, it's like a train too. What?
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Why is the
my
book
mom was
attached
really
to
good at
it?
keeping secrets.
You just gonna hang? How is that hidden?
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Hey Sherlock, how are you?
But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
This poor girl. We're saving girl.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
I know it was that fisheye view from the peephole, but the way this room looked massive through the peephole. This is straight up starfish on a tray, girl. Hello. Yes, we love to see it, Sherlock. It seems really interesting. Not, not because they named him Milton. There's not a whole ass fucking scorpion here. You know what? Let's move on. The Jungle Book. Talking about business things. I don't remember. I had to write an essay on it, but the way I bullshit that entire essay.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Okay. Do I just go out her door? No. Do I go back? Oh. Molly Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Oh, so it's gonna be one of those games where you live through a memory to live through a memory. Okay, alright. It's gonna be interesting.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
You are not about to eat the gerbil food. You know what, Molly? Anyways.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Y'all, she straight up fucking ate gerbil food. She said it was dry, but I didn't mind it. Okay, girl.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
She ate. She probably did. She's like, I'll have nothing to eat now. Do I just go back to bed? No. Oh, I got my other door. Oh, she had her own bathroom at this age? Dang.
I kept eating and eating.
Not... She ate a whole tube of toothpaste.
I ate a lot of things that night.
And that's how she died.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to the nest.
She's gonna fall out this fucking window, y'all.
I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Now, huh? Okay, she's imagining things. She did not make that jump, girl.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
It's Sherlock. Not hunger-induced hallucination, girl. Why was she this hungry that she ate gerbil food, toothpaste, and like those like fake berry things? Like children, ugh, I hate children. Yeah, literally, Mina. I don't know what's going on either. She's making excuses. She is gonna eat the bird. She's like, oh, it's so pretty. What the fuck is going on in here on the stair? Hello? Oh.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Why does hair look like that? A choice. That, I know cats can like jump that high, but still, damn, hello.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore.
Goodbye,
All I cared about was
kid.
eating that mama bird.
You know what? Molly deserved what happened to her. Whatever she did. Children are wild. Not a ketchup packet. It says struggle McNuggets. I hate it here. Okay. Me having to learn parkour is not cute. Okay. Alright, we did it.
I gobbled her up.
And you died.
And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Yeah, I'm so confused. Oh yeah, holly berries are straight up poison? Yeah, I remember.
Rabbits.
It's not skinwalker teeth. She's shape-shifting. Okay.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Holly berries would really be putting you through it, huh?
A mama rabbit.
Where?
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What kind of man-eater shit? What the fuck is this game? What the fuck is this game?
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Molly lost me when she ate the gerbil food, honestly. Not this man-eater beta. Oh, I see a fish straw.
Fat, juicy seals.
Fat and juicy.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
This sadistic child. Oh, I have to aim too? Oh god.
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Why am I an octopus now? Or whatever the fuck this is.
Now I
This
was
is
a
making me
monster,
uncomfortable.
and I smelled people everywhere.
It's Sherlock, I can't stand you.
I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
This is making me nauseous.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Not the other white meat.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Not the toilet. This is her bathroom,
I got
y'all.
closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Yeah, let's put that back. Let's not look at that again.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Let me out. I'm done. Get me out of here. Get me out of
I
Molly.
can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Or her body. She get eaten up.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum.
I cannot take y'all. Ooh, I want some cookies.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune.
Is this it? Oh, okay.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse. His wife, Ingeborg, and their newborn son, Johan.
Ingeborg.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edith, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Ooh, chewy chocolate
Whatever's
chunk
wrong with this
cookie
family,
recipe.
it goes back a long ways.
That sounds good.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
He looks like a male version of Clementine. Well, I mean, it's obviously the hat. And then it looks like a
Great-grandma had always
screenshot
been
from,
the
like, Dead
family's
by
biggest
Daylight.
fan.
I really want some cookies now, damn it. I don't know if I can bake the cookie dough we have, because my mom loves to get the safe-to-eat ones, knowing full well that, like,
When
people
Edie
want to
told
bake
people
them.
Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
I mean, he's kind of handsome, if I'm reaching, I guess. Oh, okay, wait. And it must be said,
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
I didn't say anything. Oh, this is so ugly. This is disgusting. This is ugly. This is horrid. This is horrendous. Like, what is this? I understand, like, you pink, but why are you not gonna have a tiled bathroom? This is just disgusting to me. Yeah.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Okay.
It was a pretty big trace.
It was a pretty big chase. Me. It was a pretty big deal. Oh. There's a secret in this bathroom. Sven, you know, made some points.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Come on, Caillou.
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
That was so violent. Sherlock, if that's your bathroom, we have to talk.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Sven is such a caring father. We love a man. Aww. Sometimes men make points. Sometimes. Calvin Finch. I don't know what they were on. What movie does it remind me of? There's like a movie, show, or game. Like I know it's such a weird array, but it was like, girl, this is what there's something it reminds me of. Right. Couple turns land into a native haven. Okay. Push that bitch. What is that? Fort Calvin. This creepy door. No.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
He lived to 11. The way I didn't even know I could interact with that.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Not the broken leg. Not me having to make him swing. Why are you gonna swing with your broken leg? Shouldn't you be using the other one? Kids don't make sense. This is why I hate children. Hello? You're gonna use your leg that's broken to swing. Sherlock, if this is a kid simulator, I cannot do this anymore.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Well, if they want to be that, you know. Why am I just swinging and we're talking about this kid just fucking eating a mushroom, girl?
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never
I'm
be
supposed to use
afraid
both
again.
analog sticks,
And
that's
he wasn't.
why.
I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Well, he about to fly now, girl.
Calvin, dinner's ready.
He's about to blast off, y'all.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Here we go, y'all.
I told him going
Whee!
around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Children are so dumb. And why
he'd
build
already
a
made up his
swing
mind.
here? That tree gonna
That's what I
break.
want to remember about my brother.
Whee! Oh! Oh, he 360ing! Oh! Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Bye, Mina. Have a great day. The drag of the child. Okay, Anne. The drag of the child. You were the one who was swinging with one leg. Look, this game does not give you any control prompts, literally at all. I had to press buttons to figure things out. Girl, they didn't say shit to me in this game. There is no controls. Real proud of having dumb fucking kids. Exactly. Maybe that's the curse. It's just all the children were never taught common sense. And here they are. No. So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna ask you this, Sherlock. Is it like...
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Oh, okay, alright. What I was gonna say is like, is it like you find every like person in the tree to finish the game, or is it like you can accidentally like miss people? Like, will I have to go through everybody, which is what I want to do, or is it like optional? Meaning I could possibly miss shit. Okay. So they don't let you miss anything, hopefully. Oh, the controls are gonna piss me off. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you. I just want to make sure. Because I felt like there were some times where I could just skip
Passages were a pretty
something.
tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Not that. Barb Street. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj. Girl, what the fuck is that? Y'all ain't gonna talk about this crusty ass fucking cake or whatever the hell that is uneaten. She died on her birthday, didn't she?
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Afterwards, what?
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
I'm the eyes emoji up here.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
This old ass Jack, man. I'm gonna
She'd
beat
been
his
asked to
ass.
perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
She's a grown-ass adult, bitch.
And current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So
Daddy,
Barbara
no.
got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Not telling him the secrets.
Hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him. Right?
That's horror movie shit. I'm so sick of it.
She reached for the music box. found the key. She listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Y'all hear that dumb ass fucking Michael ripoff music playing in the background.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
Oh!
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the Late Picture Show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
I hope she knocked the shit out of him. I thought he was downstairs and was like messing with the table saw because they unlocked it.
Walter, are you there?
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police.
How long is this part? I'm ready for it to be over.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he knew he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
They just let somebody write a story about a woman who passed away like this. The way this pisses me off.
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Literally. Of course, his body isn't gone.
Vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
When is this over?
At the door, she heard coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the
Child,
performance
anyways, I'm so
of
fucking over
her
this.
life. I wasn't there myself.
I just want to skip this part.
I hear
Hey, Terry.
Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. But that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
So they wanted to be famous for killing old movie star. I'm not understanding. This little story arc can go. I really don't care about it.
Edie
Literally,
told me
what
all
is the
Barbara
point?
wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
I'm not gonna acknowledge that one. The rest of the story was interesting. I'm not gonna think about little Barbara's story. I'm just gonna go back and say she died on her birthday. How unfortunate. And she's a Barb. Kind of iconic. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, y'all, anyways.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Because there was a whole ass ear in it, girl.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Oh, so I was probably supposed to come out here and look at that first. I guess.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
T Sherlock. I'm not understanding, Terry. Like, what's like, so was it just that like they not fantasize, what's the word,
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
what's the word, it's not fantasized, dramatized it, I guess, and it was like people broke into her house or something. But like, or it was like a huge gang of people that wanted to be famous for killing her.
All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
But I just don't understand. I mean, yeah, but like, how is that supposed to portray her death? Like, that's what I'm like. I'm more worried about like, how did she die? Like, I want to know. I don't want to like read this little fantasy. There's another word that starts with F that's like fantasized, but it's not. It's like a fantastical version of it. I think that's the word I'm looking for. But it's just like I want the truth. I want the real tea. No, I think I'm just looking for a fantastical, like, whatever kind of word, a verb form. I don't know English. Yeah, I was like, I don't think it's fantasized, but I don't know. It's something. It's something. Where am I going? I'm looking for the music box, right? Fantasticize? Is that a word? Girl, I don't even know anymore. But anyways, I just wanted the real version of the story. I want to know what happened to her. That's what this game is supposed to be about. Now I just straight up just don't know what happened to Barbara, and I'm so over it. I hate men. This is the exact reason why I hate men. Because they be writing shit about people like this and think it's okay.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Bring back Sven. I want to see Sven. Give me more pictures of him.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
I literally can't see.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
What the fuck is this?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Uh-oh.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories...
Tasty beets. Oh, beans.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
No, I wouldn't say
Having a
that.
schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Is he like under a train station or something?
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting.
You just had like an earthquake
every... I got tired of being afraid.
In a hidden basement for decades, literally.
It's been a week now. The longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting.
Okay.
I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Okay. Okay, and what do you want me to do about that?
I know it's out there, somewhere.
Terry, girl, there's a basement inside a basement inside like an underground cave.
And Molly.
And Molly!
And Calvin.
And Calvin! It's stupidity. Yes, we found out the answer.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
I don't think you're ready for
I'm
this
going to
jelly.
appreciate
I don't
all
think
of
you're
it,
ready for this
especially
jelly.
the food.
I don't think you're ready for this. Me, especially the food.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month.
Don't spoil it,
Or a
Terry.
I'd be happy.
I was right though. I knew he was like under or above a train
I can
station.
already imagine the sun on my face.
I knew he had, because I was like, he said routine, and there was like an earthquake at 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. or whatever time it was.
Walter died when I was 6.
So obviously it had to be that
I
year.
can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
You lived 6 years not knowing there was a man living in the basement in your basement, girl. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to go, I think. So we're like halfway, I think. Ooh. Girl. Okay, put the book away. I mean, yeah. Because he was on the train tracks, literally. So I guess he was like, the train's gone, so I'm free to leave. Or like, he like was losing it, so he was like thinking the
sure
train
my
was the
mom was trying to
monster.
protect me.
Oh no, Terry, I was joking, don't worry. I knew you weren't spoiling it for me. I knew you didn't. I knew you never seen this before. I was joking
Maybe she
too.
was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
I was thinking the same thing anyways.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Miss Thing, though, can you grab a flashlight or something?
Now that there's only one of us left. Or maybe 2.
Maybe
it was time I
2.
heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Damn, they did it right where he died. You gonna put trains on his grave, girl? Well, Terry, we don't gotta worry about the train no more. Wait a minute. Why would you have a sharp-ass turn over a cliffside on a train? Couldn't y'all cut through a mountain like y'all already did? I'm over it. Where does that even lead to?
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
That's what I'm saying, Sherlock. They have a train set on his grave because he got hit by a train. Like, that is so insensitive. Literally.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
If all of this just... Damn, she's in it now. Is she gonna get her box not eaten out by a wolf or something, Terry? Their family is so... Yeah, it's a mess. Terry, her entire family is dead. Like, literally her entire family, apart from possibly one person, is dead, girl.
But I thought you should know about your family.
And I think she's reading a note from her mother, too. I think this is from her mother on her deathbed, probably.
And the history you're a part of.
Yeah, this is from the mother that passed away's perspective. In terms of, like, the notes that we're hearing. Like, what we're hearing, I mean.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Yeah. We're reading a note from the mother, I guess. Because the mother was the last one alive.
People in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I love how we're going up these stairs.
And when you look at the house, it had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness.
Charlotte.
Any of it seems possible.
You and Terry being in chat at the same time is honestly like a crime against nature sometimes. Y'all two are perfect for each other to cause chaos. Give me a sprint button though.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
I mean, your entire family would die like every year.
Building a cemetery before starting the house.
Let's not talk about that.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Aww. Derpy, Derpy Jr., Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, and Zerpy. Y'all didn't deserve pets. I'ma say that now. Y'all did not deserve pets. And that's on period, girl. Barbara's death was literally just she got murdered by people wearing masks. Okay. I hate that. And then she got eaten. Like, girl, I'm over it. I'm really over that storyline. Extract her part of the game. I could care less. This is still the pet cemetery, but like, what are these unnamed stones, girl?
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Oh, yes, Daddy. Oh, he wasn't even 50 yet. Period. It's really Edie living the second longest out of everybody that kind of like makes me sad. Because Edie's like, not the original, but, well, yeah. Edie's the original. Wait, where's Sven? Oh, wait, okay, Odin, and then... Okay, this confuses the hell out of me. Okay, Edie married Sven, or, like, they got married, and then, like, they made this tree. So just, like, how Dawn married Sanjay, I think, and then, like, they made that tree, I guess? I think that's how it works. Because, like, I don't understand why it's detached from the tree when Kay is attached to the tree, to imply that Sam and Kay got married to have these 3 children. I'm not understanding that either. But, yeah. They even put a star on her fucking gravestone. She was I forgot that they said she was genuinely 16.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Poor Edie. Little Edie. Throwback to, Jinx Monsoon doing Little Edie.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
The person that made me pronounce the name Edie correctly, because I've never seen it in my life. And I still haven't seen it in my life until this day, so. Thank you, Jinx Monsoon. You gonna zoom in or what?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh, can't look at it no more. I'm so sick of this. Literally, me. The way I was about to walk off. The way this is so unsafe. Poor foresight suit, exactly. Am I done here? Girl, you didn't even finish your thought, girl.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
Okay.
But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Gregory didn't even last a year, y'all. And Gus lived to be 13, right? Yeah.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
They got so much. I mean, they said they were cursed, but like, damn. Yeah, cause Sanjay and Lewis. I'm missing some of the dialogue by like trying to read what's going on in game too.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
They're more than accident prone. They're dumb, most of them.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Don't say that. You know damn well this tree about to break. She said, I'm 22 weeks pregnant as she like climbs the limb of a tree, girl. Girl, you're almost on your second trimester, right? You would be on your second trimester, right? Yeah, wait. 9 months would be like... Yeah, you would be in your second trimester, I think, at 22 weeks. Why are you gonna say 22 weeks? Why are you going so exact? I'd be in that building. In weird ways, I would not be anywhere near that building. Literally, okay. Not this America flag. I'm still trying to do the math. 22 weeks is like 4 to 5 months. So yeah, like you're like, girl, you bloating, girl. You like halfway through your pregnancy.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Thank you.
They were both pretty intense.
Not them say they were both pretty intense as the music
Sam spent
kicks
his
up.
life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Huh? When they said shooting, I was like, shooting, huh? But they said photos, and I was like, oh. Can we bring Sven back? I don't like Sam. The way I thought that was the murderer. Hello?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Ew, we got the country people, girls.
Not quite.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
To tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
Okay, girl, what else do you want me to take a picture of? I hate the gun, but that is an aesthetic shot for the most part.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Of who? Where?
I'm over here, Dad. Dad...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you need to be strong.
Oh.
Keep yourself squared up. Great shot, Don.
I don't like that. Ooh. Aww.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Huh?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
sick.
normal, Don. Just
It's
focus
gonna
on the
knock
camera.
him off.
Try not to think about.
Dad!
Down with men, down with men. Oh, hey, Sven. How are you?
All these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
The shot spooked me too. I wasn't expecting it that one time. I was like, ooh. I knew damn well I was gonna knock him off. Let me take a selfie of my daughter crying over deer she just killed, right? It is the straight agenda. It's terrifying. Karma said, become one with nature, literally. He's just so ugly. Bring Sven back. I'm never gonna let Sven go. Sven, yeah. Oh.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Aww. Not this baby gate. Not Gregory's room, the one that didn't even last a year. Or did last a year. Well, I mean, technically, you don't know the exact amount. What happened to her? Divorce contract. Uh-oh.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Not World Star.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Girl, he was a year old. Shut up. Yeah, it was.
Let's hand over Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Oh,
I
no.
told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
Girl, he gonna drown, girl. He's gonna drown, girl.
He reminded me so much of Calvin.
Not. This is creepy as hell. Why is this tub so high? Literally. It's been no. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Whatever it was, he saw.
Alright. Uh-oh.
Sure made him happy.
They really don't tell you what to do in this game, like in terms of what buttons to press. I'm supposed to land on the whale. Oh my fucking god.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
He's gonna fill it back up. Me having to aim this shit, I'm sorry.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything.
This family is possessed or something.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Why they spell Carol like that? Y'all see that? C-A-R-Y-L-E. White people. That really took me out. I'm over here trying to be like, I'm really sad, like we just watched like a child get like basically drowned and then they say Carol and I'm like, no. I've been completely submerged in the town all my life. I mean, me neither. Yeah, you can jump as the frog. It was like weird. I don't like it. Yeah, she had to bend down to pull the plug and it covered her knees. Like, how many people we had got left? We got Edie, Gus, Dawn, Milton, and Lewis. So we got like 5 people. This is taking a little longer than I thought it would. How long did we said 2 hours? This stripper pole.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea.
Oh.
Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Excuse me? Our father never hit us, but like, not very hard. I knew Sam would be the fucking... Well, no, it wasn't. Was it Sam? Who was the father? It was a poem to Gus, so yeah, it would have been Sam. Sam. Min. Ooh. Oh.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife.
Wait. Wait, I'm confused. Wait. Okay, so it was Sam and the mother was Kay. So I guess they broke up. Okay, so they got divorced and he was marrying somebody else. But I guess they didn't have any children with the stepmom. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, Kay divorced him. I thought it would have been the other way. That the father would have divorced her for letting the kid die. But I mean, I guess it can go both ways anyways, so I guess they just didn't have any children with the stepmom, which I mean, I guess makes sense. We don't need a stepmom.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Beat this child's ass. Actually, no ma'am. We are not doing that here.
Wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Is he gonna get taken off by strong wind or something? Is that what's gonna fucking happen?
The rain came down in buckets then, but
Girl, he got swept up by a hurricane.
destroyed the tent our dad had crudely made.
He got swept up by a hurricane.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
I wish that.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Not me off the camera, though. Excuse me, huh?
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Oh, my brain was like doing gymnastics. I'm like, why would you would have named two children in the same generation Gus? But then I was like, wait, Dawn. Okay. I mean, okay. So what had happened was, the father was remarrying. Gus was a rebellious child. He did not want to participate in the family thing, and so he stayed outside and stayed away from everybody. So they went in the tent, didn't realize there was a storm going on, and then, like, I guess just the tent just straight up took him the fuck out, I guess. Okay, we got 4 more people left. That ugly ass hair. 13. Terrible age. Gus really got girl. What was that? Greg, be a baby. We love that. Well, she wasn't a baby for long. Y'all got me rock climbing.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Her being the only surviving child is like...
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Oh, this is cute. Wait. The way I thought that was the pride flag from climbing up, though. I was sad. Not the Holy Bible. Do not make me read the Bible. I'm not in the mood.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Okay. Fly to India. Okay, copy passport for volunteer center. Meet with relief rep. After school teaching. Call mom and grandma once a week. College application deadlines. Mathematics, geography, and planet, India. Got her little binders. 10 ways to teach critical thinking. Okay, so she was like an English teacher or something. All right, all right. Girl. Sherlock. Girl, we were looking at this. You thought Sanjay was a white name. You thought Sanjay was a white name. Sherlock. We saw his full name in the freaking graveyard, girl. You're like, Edith is mixed. I mean, you can even tell she's like mixed in the picture too. Most of these deaths are avoidable, yeah. Barbara's was just like literally just like terrible, but the rest are just, yeah, absolutely careless.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Keep it to yourself. We love that. Oh, was that it? Hello? Okay.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Oh, period.
Lewis was born a year later.
Oh. More missing posters. I hate having my camera in the bottom because it like cuts off. At least I think it cuts off like part of my camera when it's on the bottom. So I have to like sit up more. Everyone's like, I fell, I drowned, Mother Nature said yeet, and Barbara really got murdered and eaten. Yeah. I genuinely just don't understand. Like, the part with Barbara just pisses me off. Okay,
when my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Oh my God! They were growing some nice little herbs. We got mint, we got thyme, we got sage, we got basil. But why are the canary cans
and
just
to see
there?
kids in the house again.
Edith, aww. What was she growing? These are like tomato plants, right? Because tomato plants grow vertically like that, right? Or could they just be like a plant in general? Damn.
The house had to get a little bigger, but
she scared me. I don't know
was
why.
used to that.
The way they had to build more to the house. Literally.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Edith. What is this? I'm still thinking about Sven. Can we go back to Sven? Can we look at him more? Not problems.
But it didn't last.
No. Scientific method. Oh my god, wait. I thought we had an acronym for it. What was like the little rap or like rhyme or whatever they made us do for scientific method? Observation, question, research, hypothesis, experiment, data, conclusion. I don't think that was the order. I don't think that's the order I grew up with.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Edith, don't die at the end of this game, okay?
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Girl, what the hell are those? What kind of vases? Wow, what a lovely view. Huh? Hello? Oh. What, Sherlock?
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
I don't like that. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna act like I did not say what I said earlier. That's probably what you're setting that face for. I hate you. Oh, don't worry, Terry. Sven was building like a dragon slide and it collapsed on him. Yeah. Oh, you just love this reference? Reference to what? Oh, the magic toothbrush thing? Toothbrush. Paintbrush? Can I flip through this? Okay, Sherlock. I'm gonna cry. What are the buttons? This game is pissing me off. Like I'm pressing things like you're supposed to press down on the right analog stick. Where am I? It was a door, so he left through it, right? Oi, mister. Hey, Joy.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Edith, what if I don't? The Unfinished Swan, I have not, no. The only games like this that's like walking simulators, but like not in the negative terms, have been this game now, the Life is Strange series, What Remains of Edith. Me reading this game because they have similar names. The Suicide of Rachel Foster. And I think that's it. So like this game, The Suicide of Rachel Foster, and I guess you could say, well, I wouldn't count Life is Strange because those have like choices and stuff, but like the ones where you walk through just for a story. Oh, hey Fi, thanks for the raid. Hi. Thanks for the follow, the Neck of Nerd. Oh, hey Ruby. Ruby, how'd the rest of Wicked Willow go? What happened? And what were you doing, Fi? What were you up to? Okay, I don't want to spoil the ending for me. Well, not for me. I don't want to spoil the ending for you from me. So I'm just going to ask you, what ending did you get? Because I haven't seen anything but Glenn playing through. And you were doing, like, some of the same things. So I was worried it would be the same route. But then you, like, changed up in the middle. But I'm curious what you did the rest of the time. I think I have a shout out command, right? Yes, I do. Okay, there we go. My best friend died. Oh, Avery died? Wow. It's over. In Wicked Willow. Well, Valerie got hugged by the blondie and it was over. Who's Valerie? What? Because Glenn's... Oh, you meant Avery? Okay. Oh, like he was dead to you? Or like straight up... Oh, Avery! Oh my god. I love that. Come on, Avery. Come on, Valerie. Excuse me. But like, did she die? Valerie is the D&D character? So she died, or the character in D&D died? Let me watch the VOD. Actually, I don't know.
Mom spent months searching for her brother.
So she died.
And she sealed the doors.
Well, I mean, not to spoil it, but if you don't want like spoilers for other endings, you can mute now for like a second. But when Glenn played, Glenn ended up in a coma. It's not funny, but he straight up ended up in a coma. I didn't say how. Ruby said I mute. Okay. Welcome back. But I hope y'all's streams went well. Here you are. You wouldn't really know unless you play the Unfinished Swan. That's the only spoiler I'll give you. Oh, okay. There I was, barbecue sauce on my titties. No, wait, what am I supposed to do? Am I done?
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Okay. There was something I was gonna say, and I just forgot. Am I supposed to go up here now?
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
Okay. I told y'all when I said the kind of games I played for this.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Okay, let me pause it. So there's this game called The Suicide of Rachel Foster, I think. And the first time I watched it, spoilers for the game, but y'all shouldn't watch it anyways. But I jumped in halfway through, so I didn't see the beginning. And it was like really interesting and eerie and kind of creepy, but it was like one of those, it was kind of like Gone Home in a sense, where like you think things are gonna happen, but like in Gone Home's sense, like nothing actually happened, but like in the Suicide of Rachel Foster's sense, it's like things did happen, but like you weren't hurt or whatever. But I got halfway, I started in the halfway point, and I was like, okay, cool, this game seems interesting, and I was really into it until the ending, and I was like, okay. And then I watched the whole thing, but like with like people I trust playing it, like in terms of like what they'll discuss and like they'll decipher it, and then on top of that, it like goes into the story. So like, trigger warning, a lot of bad things happen. So it's a lot. Like, you're trying to follow like the suicide of Rachel Foster, who you find out wasn't actually a suicide, and that the girl's mom... Okay, so you return to the cabin/hotel thing that your family owned in like the mountains. I don't remember where, but it's in the mountains. And so she goes back because like her family passed away, so she went back to go sell it. So she's trying to like scope it out, and she gets a phone call when she goes there, and it's from one of the workers or whatever that are supposed to be like in the area, like talking to her, trying to like tell her like the rundown of like the weather and stuff. So basically she's like walking around the house trying to make sure if it's like sellable, but also trying to be like, well, I'm stuck here because the storm got worse. So she's like stuck here for a while trying to make time and like reliving memories. But on top of that, it's like basically you find out that the girl that supposedly had a suicide was killed by the woman's mother because the father, who was like a priest or something, was like doing terrible things to this literal underage like girl. And I did not like how, I mean, I don't like that at all, obviously, but like the way they did it, she was terrible, because it was like the main character was like in denial, and like she was in denial about it, and she's like, my father would never do such a thing. And so it's like basically like the mother killed the girl because the father was doing things to her, which was obviously like not her fault. And then like and then like the guy that was the worker that was on the phone that was trying to help us was actually Rachel's Foster's, like the girl that committed suicide or got murdered, was the little brother to her. And like he was like, you did this to my sister, at the woman, even though the woman didn't have anything to do with that whole situation. But I don't like how the woman was approaching anything. I didn't like how the man was approaching anything. So basically it was like just them throwing blame on anybody but the father, and it was the ugliest, grossest thing I've ever sat through. I do not recommend it. It was an interesting game when you catch it in the halfway point, but then when you get to the ending and actually see the whole thing, it is disgusting. Like I hated it. That was honestly one of my worst game experiences I've seen like ever. I'm gonna assume Edie's last, so we're probably gonna find out Lewis next. Oh yeah, because I think they're talking about Lewis right now. But yeah. So if y'all ever see that game anywhere, just don't give it any attention. Girl, this is not safe. Them just having chairs on a boat on this roof. Oh. Okay, to answer your question, I'm really liking this. There was one arc or like story about somebody's death I didn't
Lewis's
like.
room smelled very, very familiar.
But apart from that, it was fine.
That part of him lived on.
I don't know how they got a boat up here, girl. Oh, San Juan Ale. That's kind of cute. Come on, Neon. I'm letting y'all know this now. Like, I'm trying to read everything, but like, the way the subtitles are made, my brain doesn't register them because they're not where subtitles usually are. So there are times I'll miss dialogue even though I hear it and I kind of see it, but because it's like not real subtitles, it really throws me off. Uh-oh. Ain't that the Life Good or brand or whatever?
As Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse.
Uh-oh.
Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
No. Cut that out.
He kept working at the cannery.
Okay, I've seen this part, like, briefly.
But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
Hello? What?
Wander.
Wait. Okay, literally, like, what are the controls for this game? Okay, here we go.
I asked him to describe it.
I have to do two things at once, y'all.
He said he started small. Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
This is disorienting me, y'all. I'm not even joking.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Girl, he was playing Clash of Clans, girl. Don't get it wrong.
Musicians.
Don't get it twisted.
And songs for them to play.
Girl, she was playing Civilization, girl.
He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor, and he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
Not this white people colonialism, girl. Not them making me steer. Not St. Louis.
Started drifting away from our reality.
If your ship could crash, I'd be so pissed.
Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the canal.
Minneapolis, I hate it.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Wait, so is he still at the cannery? The cannery? Did they say he forgot to leave, or did he forget to go, too?
He heard rumors of her.
Ooh, handsome queen! Wait.
Handsome queen.
No. Beautiful prince, beautiful prince, beautiful prince. There we go. My brain was...
Prince was on his own quest for...
radiant rainbows.
Radiant rainbows.
We love gay Lewis. Ooh, I hit the rainbow, girl. Steer better, girl.
He followed the sound of his...
I like Heart better. Heart sounds prettier.
silver harp.
I wish I could work like this. Imagine shit in my brain all the time and get through work without being bothered. I hope he gets married.
His logic remained sound.
Ooh. Not this.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Uh-oh.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Not this blood on the floor, girl. Oh, she a smoker. Oh, come on, little Game Boy. Come on, little Game Boy. Legalize. Oh, maybe it was a bong downstairs. I thought it was a bong, but then I thought it was a lantern. It might have been a bong downstairs.
Began to forget the world we know.
Not a 2DS.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
He killed himself. Or not? Okay. Oh no, I'm just passing him.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
When do I get to see my man?
With his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
I wish I had a treehouse too, but then at the same time I hated being outside.
Waiting, holding his crown.
Come on, forgetting to go home. Let me catch up on shout before this is over. You should see the rap battle in No Straight Rose. The best. That he could just be autopilot the entire time, like, life. She used to be mine. Pretending I'm a sad woman in a loveless marriage who hates her life. Tree houses are cute, but also, yeah, same. Yeah, my fear of heights and my fear of, like, dealing with, like, bugs and shit. Like, I'm not afraid of bugs, but I hate being outside. Just because of, like, what if there's mosquitoes? Or, like, what if there's something that I don't want to deal with? Okay.
There was only one thing left to do.
Come on, King.
Bend down his head.
I didn't see it until I turned around. I turned around and it said, and bend down your head. I was like, he did. Oh my god, I did not see it when I was going up those stairs. Ruby. Sherlock being like, I used to like outside. Yeah, like I was thinking it because he was like, we were like walking up on him, but we passed him and I was like, oh, it's okay. But then they said, I turned around and I was like, is that a chair? And then they said, bend down your head. And I was like, he put his head in that thing, girl. Yeah, hey, Thorn. How you doing? Sentimentally lays my hand on a window. Alexa, play Hallucinate. He put his head in the fish thing. I thought he was gonna like hurt himself, like not like purposely, but like by accident, like autopilot, just going like this and like he loses a hand or something. I didn't think he was gonna straight up put his head there. Well, I'm ready, y'all. Ooh.
Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
The sound scared me. Oh my god, I feel uncomfortable. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Well, girlies, she's on your knees, Your Honor. While it's over. Y'all, I'm quaking. Was that bong always there? Did I just walk by that bong and not realize? Realign. Edith is gonna die, girl.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
I hated that one too, Ruby.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Hey, Nate. How are you? Oh no, Edie's down here at the bottom. Edie was like the mother, the great-grandmother. Edie was a great-grandmother. And she lived like one of the longest out of everybody. She was one of the mothers, TM. That's good to hear. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm just getting through this lovely game that's throwing my brain in a loop. Literally, like, everybody was just dying left and right. 99 years. 99? Sherlock? Girl, that's 93. Sherlock. No. It's a 7. I thought that was a 6. Wait. Even if it was a 6, that would be like, wait. Oh, you mean like 2016. I thought you meant like 20 and like, I thought you meant like 6 for the first number. And I was like, no. Okay. That's okay. That's alright. Because Dawn's was 2016. Dawn lived the longest. But Lewis and Edie died at the same year. But they were like the last ones before Dawn.
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Happy 90th birthday. The way that just did not look like birthday. I tried to read that. I really did. Y'all can't tell me otherwise. To teach and to learn. Oh, she wrote a book. Wait. 7 ways to create a fulfilling classroom. But why does it have a cross, girly? Separation of church and state. Birthday. It really looked like it. The IR just melds together and in sideways cursive. Disaster relief. Oh, poor Sanjay. How did Sanjay die? I know they're not a part of the family tree, but like, girl, I want to know what happened to these people too. They're so rude. They're like, we don't care about Kay or Sanjay. I'm like, why?
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
Uh-oh.
Maybe it should have come sooner.
Uh-oh. Edith, aw.
But it had to end one way or
Was
All that's left
alive.
now was to tell you about that last night.
And not just minded his own business. Tell you about last night. The way I just don't feel safe up here. I thought they were about to do some Resident Evil 7 shit and start writing
That
on
whole
her
last
arm.
day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Damn, okay. Okay, why is it dark as hell when we had that bright ass table, girl? I
the power had
teleported.
been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
You are not about to squeeze past this little book thing, girl. I hope nothing but good health.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going
For
to
Edith.
end when you leave the house.
Wait, could they have left? They might have left because of us. Because we were the last living child.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Wait, when did Sanjay... They won't even tell us when Sanjay died. Like, okay, that's what I'm annoyed about on this little thing. They're like, oh, they're not a part of the family, so we don't care about when they die. I don't remember from the grave. Does anybody remember when he died in the gravestone? I don't think I caught the day. Yeah, the mom was really like, let's get out of here. It literally looks like this building would end her.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches by Edie Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Are we gonna go there?
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Is she never gonna make it to the house? I mean, she obviously lived, but I'm saying, like, did she never make it to the house? Like, she kept getting turned around. Hello?
I started seeing things.
Is this gonna be like a callback or prediction for all
Things
the
I'd
deaths that
forgotten
happen?
had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Are we just never gonna get the story?
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Fuck this shit, bitch. I'm angry. Literally, like, I'm tearing up. I'm trying my best. Giant Sparrow. Aw, for Shirley Dallas, 1948 to 2013. This fucking trophy is sending me out of it. Hold on, let me cry. Literally. Come on, San Juan, L. That was depressing, girls. Oh my god. Girlies. So how are we feeling? I feel shattered. I feel livid that we couldn't read the rest of that fucking book. I hate when games be doing that shit. How many trophies do I need? That's a thank you, Johan. Oh wait, yeah, Sherlock, you're right. Because she said she was 17. Right? Yeah, she said she was 17 at the time. And she was 22 weeks pregnant. You know, I completely overlooked that. And I was like hoping like, oh, she lived. I forgot she was pregnant. And I was like, oh, she lived to be like 50, you know, at least. Nope. Sherlock, I can't stand you. Those little mouth things are creepy as hell. It really is sad. Like, it just like sucks to think about this. Like, it's literally the thing of like new life comes, like new life brings death or whatever. And it just, it's so depressing. Not that bowl cut. Oh wait, what are these names? I guess we'll have to find out when and if I ever play Unfinished Swan. If it's on PS4, I might get it then. 'Cause I'm kind of curious. Oh, I missed it again. What are these names? In loving memory of Louis Finch, the Edith Finch team. Spelling out the end. Tatum. Well, girlies. I'm ready to swing. Feeling a lot of feelings. You know, I mean, I never knew what was expected from this game. I thought I saw a clip from it before, but I guess I didn't. Because I thought I saw the fish cutting thing, but I thought I saw that in, like, the outside area where the wreckage was for whatever reason. So maybe it was, like, a different game. We depressed. I mean, he was a emergency relief person, so he probably died in an earthquake trying to save people. I mean, it's still sad, but, like, I think, like, that's the reasoning, rather. Well, what a game. Wow. That was depressing as hell. You know, I honestly thought this was going to be more spooky, not saying anything bad about the game. I just genuinely did not know anything about it. And the way I'm depressed, the way I'm sad. I still have to watch a theory video or explanation video about, what the fuck was the game called? Here They Lie. Because I didn't do that last night. So I'm gonna have to find a time to do that. But let me look for somebody to raid. I think Ruin's still going. Is Ruin still going? Oh, okay, so Unfinished Swan came out before this game, but like they did it as like not like necessarily a tie-in, but like kind of like when. Okay, that makes sense. Well, me torn on who to raid. Sure. I'll think about it. There's so many people alive right now. I'm tired of these Star Wars ads. Thanks for coming. This was so fun. Let me see how long people were streaming on mobile, please. Okay, let me just put a raid through before we just empty out. Raid. Let's roll a die. Is my stream being so behind on my laptop? So I'm just gonna raid Nick. There we go. Thank y'all for coming. This was cute, festive, and fun. There was what was my raid message I had? I came up with a raid message last night for this stream, for this game, and the way the depression hit me, and I just did not remember what it was. Wow. Well, I'm just gonna end it. Thank y'all for coming. This was fun. This was a time. This was a journey. And I'll see y'all next week at some point playing some game that's a surprise because I don't think I said I was gonna play it. So I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Sure, let's go with that. Bye.